when tell me a little bit about your how you started the company and
Oh,
how did you
yeah.
get to 18 and like yeah, who are you
Yeah. And
who,
actually,
who are you and how has that gone?
yeah, last year we won Inc. 5,000 best workplaces, top 5,000 best workplaces. So like we have a really great culture. I guess the quick origin story is I came out of college. I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car in their management trainee
All
program.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I used to try to recruit people out of enterprise
Yeah.
back when I was running a sales team.
Yeah, it was good. I interned there and then coming out, they were like, hey, come work in this trainee program. So I worked up to be a branch manager and I was one of the top branch managers. I was in line to become an area manager, but I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. He's like, the number one skill you can learn is how to sell. So I was a management trainee. I was a branch manager running a branch, getting paid off the bottom line. So I went into corporate enterprise and I sold fleet management services to home service businesses. So
Okay.
I was calling
Okay.
business owners,
Yeah. Yeah.
meeting with like $20 million to $100 million home service business owners, selling them enterprise fleet management. And I started a blog about personal finance because my background, I paid off student loans, I bought a condo with cash. I was like, I did a lot of cool stuff. So I started a blog about personal finance to just share my journey because my wife is a kindergarten teacher. Her friends have debt. They're asking me, how did you buy a condo with cash at 25 and pay off $30,000 working at enterprise? So I start this blog and I didn't know anything about SEO, websites, whatever, built a WordPress website, started doing SEO, started doing email marketing, social content. This was back in 2015. And then I'm getting featured in Forbes and CNBC, Yahoo Finance, like all this cool stuff. And my
Yeah.
blog got to be like 30, 40,000 readers every single month. And I didn't like my job at Enterprise. I like sales, but I didn't like what I was selling. So I quit my job at Enterprise. I bought a tiny school bus. I made a little tiny home, traveled around the country for a couple months, made content, did news interviews, talked about my blog, blah, blah, blah. When I came back into town, one of my clients was a $3 million home service business at Enterprise that I sold. And
Okay.
he was like, Phil, like, you're a killer. I want to work with people like you. How can you come and work in my business? We've been stuck at 3 million for 3 years and I don't know what to do. So I went to work there as his director of business development. And when I went to work there, all my worlds collided. My enterprise experience of like how to actually get paid off the bottom line and grow a local service business, plus my digital marketing experience of SEO, getting people to my website, converting them into email and like all that. And then in the first year, he went from 3 million to 4 million, 300,000 in profit to 900,000 in profit. And I was like pushing so hard for growth. He was making $1 million a year. He's like, leave me alone. Like he fired me actually, and he named my company Flash Consulting, and he became my first client. And then he introduced me to two other home service businesses, and that was seven
Yeah.
years ago. That's how I started.
That's really cool.
Yeah, man.
And that the bus was the young adult survival guide.
That was my blog. Yep, Young Adult Survival Guide. Yeah,
That's really neat.
yeah, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
And so you start the company and you have those two clients and but it's like just you initially.
So the premise was this. I was making about 75, 80,000 as his director of business development. And I knew the impact I was making to his bottom line, right? Because I'm looking at all the numbers, I'm building all these
Of
systems
course,
and everything.
sure,
And I'm
sure.
we went to lunch at Chili's, and I was at 10 months, and I'm like, hey man, like, what are we doing here? Like, I gotta be making six figures. Like, I know the numbers, I know what I'm doing. And he's like, hey, I think there's a way to do this. You become a consultant, and here's two other clients. Now you have three clients. You get 40 hours, and you charge us $50 an hour. 40 hours, $50 an hour, $100,000. You're good. And you help me and you help these other people.
Hmm.
So that's what I started out doing. But then the problem was that I started getting referred to more people. So
Hmm.
then I'm like, I don't have the time to necessarily, allocate to these people. So I switched to a productized service where it's like you pay a monthly fee and you get this stuff. And that was like
Okay.
about
Yep.
4 or 5 months in. And then I hired a virtual assistant to help me do the stuff and build SOPs. And then like in the first year, I was probably at like 150, 200. Then it slowly evolved from there to like hiring a consultant, building the whole thing. And then about 2 years ago, 3 years, 2-ish years ago, I read Buy Back Your Time from Dan Martell.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
he's basically like, you need to build out this ladder. I owned a job. I was highly paid job, whatever. And I hired a director of digital marketing and started building out this whole team. And my business has just like continued to grow. And so now I am more like visionary content type stuff where
Yeah.
like the team is like a self-managed company. We are all on performance pay and everything is like, rocking and rolling. We have a salesperson, all the stuff.
Are you remote or
Yeah, all
is your
remote.
team?
So
Hmm.
this was a big challenge for me because I was there at 6:30 in the morning with 28 technicians, laughing with them, running routes with them. Like that was my culture building at Enterprise and here at the home service business. Then when I
Hmm.
start this remote company and we're all over the world, it's like, how do I build culture remote? And it was a
Right.
complete
Right.
shift. And it's something that I was really, really like focused on, which is why I mentioned that we won Inc. 5000 best workplaces because we have a killer culture and we are very deliberate in what we do to build that culture. So it's good.
It's cool. Yeah. And you got a family,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
Yeah.
married. I have a daughter. She's 2.5. She was up all night last night, so I got literally no sleep. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And then we have a boy on the way. My wife's due in March. So we have
Congrats.
yeah,
Wonderful. Yeah.
yeah, thanks, man.
And you
And
work
you
at home or is the
yeah,
office at home? Yeah.
yeah. So this you've probably never even seen this background in any videos before because I just moved into this. It's in my basement. We had to finish our
Okay.
basement, move the
Yeah.
office downstairs, into my
Awesome.
little bunker. So because we're having
Uh-huh.
another kid, right? So it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good. That's cool. How do you, so home service businesses and you call yourself a consulting agency, consulting firm, not an agency, right? What's the difference to you?
Yeah, I have a
What
video coming out
matters?
about this. So
Okay.
basically,
Well,
if
I
it
don't
is
want to spoiler it, but
no, no,
yeah.
no, you're good. What I would say is that when I was at the home service business trying to grow, we went through three marketing agencies, and they all tell me the same thing: spend more on ads, do more SEO, fluff, right? And I'm like, I had to piece it together, which was like my CRM, good digital marketing, and automations. Those three things. And
Mhm.
as a director of business development, I put this all together to work. So
Right.
as a consulting company, every single business is different. They can run these automations based off their CRM. They have this CRM with these reports and they run their sales process like this. Then they also have this digital marketing thing hanging out here. But we know that if you want to grow, it all has to work together.
That's right. Right.
So,
Sure.
so as a consulting company, we have three consultants on the team. They get paired with a business and it's their job to make sure that it's good digital marketing happening from our digital marketing arm using their CRM data, which we have APIs built into like Jobber, Service Titan, Household Pro to pull out all this data that we need, like leads, estimates, jobs, estimates closed, all that stuff. And then return on ad spend reporting every single month for each client. So that way we can funnel it back into the top. And then also an automation tech stack on top, which we use Go High Level white label and we tell them it's Go High Level, but we build it into their stuff. Or if they use like Chirp or Hatch, whatever, we just want to make sure that it's all working together to grow the business. So that way
Okay.
we don't get on a call and they're like, we need more leads. And it's like, spend more on ads, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we want to say, well, you could spend more on ads and your return on ad spend is 5x over here and 2x over here. So let's move some of the money over here. And you get what I'm saying?
I do. I do. And so three consultants and then you have 18 people. So you mentioned you have a salesperson and everybody else who's they're supporting the consultants somehow and helping them prepare reports. What?
Yeah, good question. So the way that we're structured is the consultants, they don't do the work, right?
Got it.
They're
Like
like
a
fractional CMO for these businesses. They're
okay. Yeah.
on monthly calls, they're pulling reports, they're strategizing, they're they're like helping, promos, vision, like how are we going to make all this so that the numbers work? Then they each get paired with an internal pod that we call them, which is a marketing coordinator.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
traditional agencies have like you're our email person, you're our social media person, and it's just like cookie cutter. We don't work like that. We work in pods. So that way the pods are learning about the business and getting better and better and better on the business.
Got it.
So they
Got
get
it.
paired with a marketing coordinator internally. Then we have two ad specialists that run our ads. Then we have a director of digital marketing who oversees that team. Then we have two developers, one that builds new websites and then one that works on fine tuning the websites. Then we have two automation engineers that work on Go High Level and integrations with APIs for all these different platforms to make sure that we
Got it.
have a full build and everything runs. Then we have an admin executive assistant type person. Then we have a salesperson, Seth. Then we have me. Um, then we have a videographer. We
Okay,
do we do remote videography for our clients as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
nice. Um, so I think a sales process can really serve somebody. And I like to know when I talk to somebody like you, like how do you sell to somebody? Meaning, if somebody says, "Wow, I think what Phil does and what Flash does sounds like it could help me." How do you like help them know that? How do you start to ask them about their business and understand? And then, I mean, clearly there's like free tools you give them that could help them
Yeah.
along the way. What does that look like?
Yeah, we have like criteria that people need to hit in order to be a good fit for us. So like we only work with 1 million to $10 million home service business. So it's like, are you between 1 and $10 million? Yes or no. If they're no, then we have a mini downsell type of thing, but it's not like what we're selling. It's just like, here's something that's going to help you.
To help them out. Yeah.
Yeah. And we have an AI avatar of me that's trained on all of our stuff. And then we have a mini course that they can go through. And mini, it's over 150 modules, but it's basically like an AI avatar, everything. And we sell that to them to help get them to $1 million. And we credit them back what they spent on that to work with
That's
us.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But people that are, so we asked them, 1 to 10 million, yes. Residential focused, like we don't want people that are commercial focused. Then do they have the infrastructure for growth? Like, do you have a CSR, customer service rep? Do you have, are you like a visionary, owner, or are you like
Yeah.
on the truck still? Right. Um, so we ask them some of those criteria. And then through our sales process, like usually people are like, where have you been all my life? Because this is exactly what I
Mm,
want. Because I had all these same pain points at this stage.
sure. Sure.
So yeah, it's usually just like first, are they the right fit? Second, tell me what's going on with your business, and then let's walk through what a good system looks like, and then figure out, if this is going to help you. And then it's pretty like what I found. I started making content about 4 years ago. The people that end up booking calls, they already have consumed so much of the content, like in all of our funnels and systems, like you're getting
Sure.
emails every week. It-
Right.
they already trust that we know what we're doing and that I know what I'm doing. So it's not like they have to be sold per se.
Right. They just want you to be able to help them actually do the things that they're reading about all the time.
Exactly. And the beautiful thing is that we execute even better than I can articulate on things. So it's
Right.
very like our average clients with us at least like 2.5, 3 years. And
Mm,
last year in 2025, our average client grew 27%. So it's like it's not just me selling the dream, it's like really
sure.
like good.
Yeah. And do you last question, and it's kind of we're at the end of our time.
Oh, that's
Do you
cool.
spend a okay, good. Do
Yeah,
you
have a
spend a lot of you must spend a lot of your time like trying to think about what's next and how could we help and what could the consultants be doing and that kind of thing? Is that what you're trying to
so
spend your
we
time?
have we have a flash customer journey. I can show it to you if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's something that we could talk about with them too. Um, Here, let me see if I can share my screen. Let me pull this
It's
up.
enabled, so you should be able to.
All right, cool. The reason that I say that is because what we don't want to do, like for me, is constantly be coming up with like new things. What we want to do is when we meet with our um like on our consultant meeting, it's like, how does this fit inside of this framework? And each client is a little bit different of how they use this. But basically, there's these three pillars: visibility, conversions, retargeting. So visibility, there's 4 ways to get new customers. And this is from Hormozy's book, $100 million leads. And these are the core four that he talks about. And we talk about this in the form of a home service business. And so basically, when we're talking with clients, like I need more leads or new customers, we have playbooks for each of these. And
Okay.
like
Yeah.
so basically like our free content playbook, it's called the call to content playbook, or like paid ads, it's the return on ad spend framework. Then conversions is how do we convert leads into appointments, and then how do we convert estimates into sales. And then in retargeting, it's like we have a monthly newsletter, email promos, referral options, text marketing, and bring people back into the funnel. So what we do as a business is we implement this funnel and system into their business. So within the first like 30, 60, 90 days, this is all going to be running in their business.
Okay, got it.
And then what our consultants do is they pull the data, and every single month they're saying, okay, are our leads up year over year? Yes. Are estimates up year over year? Yes. Okay, what's our return on ad spend from these different channels? This one's not performing. Can we fine tune this, or is this a dud? And like,
Yeah,
let's take this
that's
and put
what I
this
was
over here.
thinking. It's a lot of fine tuning, is what it sounds like.
Yeah. Or like, okay, what's our email promo going to be this month? And we have a content calendar every single month. It's basically like a high performing marketing system that's running in their business, that's getting fine tuned to help them grow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mhm.
Awesome. Um, thanks. That was really helpful. And